Everything I said, look, everything I said can get looked up. You will find other people who say the same. It's not written in Tanya. I never said what I said is in Tanya. There are other Hasidic books, the other literature by Chabad, and you will find what I said in it. Okay, Tanya is the entrance to the Chabad world. Okay, but there are way more story. Like, there are so many Likutei Sichos. When you study them weekly, you need, I think, 8 years to finish them. There's a study circle, the Likutei Sichos study circle, like the Talmud study circle. And you need 8 years to finish them. I mean, there's a lot of study, and it's definitely mainstream Chabad. Okay, the Rebbe is still here. He's the most potential candidate for Moshiach. Nothing I said is a strange Messiah's take. Okay, and they will, and even the rabbi who was on stage said, yes, he is the most potential candidate. It's like, okay. Everyone can say about me everything they want because I spoke only about my experience, which isn't a French experience. Right? Understand? Okay.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. Halsey, please go ahead and then we'll have the rabbi come back in.
So, true to form, for some reason, this space has been going on for like 7.5 hours. So many people have been in, but Rabbi Lippman got pissed at me. So he was DMing me and he was saying, like, it's not right for religious people to be in a space like this because, like, with a title like that. And I said, I don't have a problem with the space. Like, I love all freedom. Like, I'm in here standing up for freedom as I always do. And he wrote, well, do you only like some freedom? And I said, no, I don't look at things that way. I love all Jews. If there's Jews I don't like, it's because I assume it's something I don't understand. So if you can't make me understand, then that's your failure, not mine. I can say there's things that aren't for me, but if you think that I'm wrong about something, explain to me why I'm wrong. I'm not retarded. I'm not closed-minded. Make me understand what's okay about this if it's seeming like there's a machlokas. Excuse me. So we're going to be talking later, and I'll probably get yelled at, but that's the theme of Twitter these days.
I know Rabbi Litvin well from Clubhouse, and Mishmink knows Rabbi Litvin well from Clubhouse as well. He's a fierce debater.
Yeah, I tried to speak.
Wait, let me finish. Let me just finish real quick. I'm going to run. I'm not debating anyone on these things. What I said early this morning, Yiska agreed, Michal agreed. It's been the general theme of this space that there's a lot of things that seem off, and that it would be if they're not going to address them, then everyone's just going to assume they are off. So it's not a question of like if I say, oh, Chabad is I don't need a debate. Just tell me why that's not wrong. Why is it that I see something and you're telling me it's not so? So tell me why it's not so. Why is there this general idea that Chabad rabbis worship the Rebbe or any of this? I'm not making fun of you. I'm not being rude. I just want to understand what's going on so that I can make the best decisions for me. Because you know what? Whether you worship the Mashiach or not, it doesn't matter to me a hill of shit. I don't daven at a Chabad shul. I don't know that many Chabadniks, and it's not going to change me at all. But out there's a lot of people that might be changed by hearing a good rational explanation of why this is the perception and why you think that it's not true. But anything I've learned in electronic assessment, nationals and all that, you have really nothing of federation like there's no surefire way to make me honest today, and just assume that if you yell at me, it's going to somehow get through. This is like, so, like, I'm totally super productive and all that, but it's okay, but
Please hold down. Just stay on the mic. If you have something to say later, of course you're welcome to come back. Shall we go to Jennifer or Henry first?
I'm not though. This only thing all the stuff I'm telling you is from little glimpses into books, and that book comes from some old book from the 80s.
John, I think you're a cheapskate, John.
Halsey,
Well, I really have been enjoying garlic on my pizza recently, and I would be happy to order a garlic extra large thin crust cheese pizza baked well done. But tonight, I have a date with a 37-year-old German chick who is a master, and she works in business intelligence at a Fortune 500. And all I'm trying to say is that guys on this app are not doing the personal development that they need to be doing. And they're not leading their flock anywhere. They don't understand the leadership training that is inherent in the stories, and how you should essentially model them or pattern them, and that means babying. That means uniting with the opposite sex. And many men on this app who use this gay accent in the same way that black people use their hedonistic, vulgar, profane accents on this app. Because the first thing, I get up, I turn on Congressman, and I listen to a room, and there's somebody named Murder Man in a room bringing content from the trenches, and it's so shocking and so revolting, but yet so funny. And so African Americans, if they want to speak like British aristocrats, guess what? They can. And so what does that tell you? That gay men who do this gay list on this voice, on this app, they are voiceover actors. That's not how they sound when they slow it down. So it's so easy to be fooled with sound, and to be hypnotized by it. And that's why for years I was always saying all communication is hypnosis, because I wanted to condition people on that thought, so they become more aware of how this app is a hypnosis conversation. And so YouTube now gives you a timer warning saying, hey, you've been on this app for 5 years, maybe you should take a break. And they say, do you want to change your timer warning, from 1 hour to 24 hours? So people on this app are like rats in a cage, and once they figure out how to get that dope, they just keep clicking, join or leave quietly, or join or leave quietly. And so as a mystic, I am trying to disrupt people's patterns to make them aware of the fact that they are a pattern, but not in.
I think your chief that was designed.
Clubhouse green beans. Yeah, I have. At one point, I really did analyze, everything, and I was like, I did notice that green bean. And so the saying is that every man and every woman is a star. So if it's so easy to forget that when you are emotionally upset at somebody on this app who is a green bean or not a green bean, immediately their star disappears. But the green bean in this app truly exists in the real world as well, with managers and senior managers or executive staff. So censorship, or in the real world or in the corporate world, it's out there. And so to me, that is like a very upsetting thing in a way, meaning that there's no prioritization of intelligence, even if it transcends and is superior to yours. And because of that green bean, we as humanity have been held back for countless thousands of years because of the real world green bean censorship that takes place. There should be, that's why I say, if we had this universal communication protocol, it would alleviate a lot of the emotional, psychological, and physical material problems on social media.
For years, I had great respect for Chabad. In fact,
Yeah, that's a really good answer.
when they wanted to be connected to
Yeah, I think the green bean was designed in a particular way as to
secular background.
they use green because it's like organic, it's not red, it's not authoritarian. So it makes it even a little bit more sinister.
There are issues that have
To whatever degree you do or if you don't.
I've spoken with Chabadniks who have told me things
If you
that
ever
have shocked me, okay? Shocked me.
marijuana,
All other forms of Judaism.
Yeah, I drink coffee, I smoke weed. It's just like a computer system. You put the monitor with the cables into the CPU, with the keyboard. I mean, you need all three parts. So part of the alchemy and the mystic path or tools, cannabis has always been considered the chemical that can essentially deconnect your soul from your body. There's a book by Israel Regardier called Rolling Away the Stone, and it has all the quotations from, what is that? What's the Persian tradition?
I'm not going to get into the details. People here that
What is it?
over the years, okay? So when we have questions, then we're told, shame on you. I don't know the first thing about the Quran. Telling me I'm not a Jew. I am in fact a Jew. I'm in fact an Orthodox Jew.
But anyways, I'm just saying cannabis has always been used throughout human history in Gnostic ceremony or Gnostic, activity. Meaning that because of the very altered state of consciousness through the chemicals, I think mixing it with the word is the way to do it because you are flooding your brain in those synaptic gaps with THC delta 9. So it's basically just like doping up to do more information processing. And thus the rush is greater. Like going on a water slide versus just jumping into the pool.
To ask for clarification. The fact that
But guys like Andrew will never study the occult or hidden knowledge or basically symbols. And that's where the real fun comes into play as a mystic, because as you're living your everyday life, you start seeing how cultish people or cultish groups use allegory or hidden symbols to allude to God in everything.
Because I'm going to control myself. But take a hike, okay? Take a hike. As Hassan said, we are entitled to ask questions.
That's why I don't dislike Hebrew Israelites, because I think that they are trying to unite with God. And if you're a Western Jew and you're annoyed at just how annoying they are, well, you have to at least respect or appreciate the fact that they're trying to study.
Psychologists or like Andrew, which is really growing this app a lot. What are they doing?
Their choice to do what they're doing, meaning that the real work is reading.
How many times I've taken information from there?
Yes, indeed, that is a very powerful saying.
A lot of we have questions that like how he's present and it's got are entitled to get answers.
Most times not. What do you guys think about Yannicka? I haven't raised a photo. I'm thinking about getting this one for Yannicka this year.
They taught us a lesson over the last couple of years.
You want to know something? Aloma was said to me yesterday. He can't believe it. That's all because of AI job next month.
Everyone knew her story.
It's meditation.
Because it didn't make sense.
He's very good. He's got a lot going.
Because the good she does is outweighing the fact that she's lying about who she is all the time. And because we took that attitude,
So Jesus would do it.
The fact that she was just a glaring liar. Okay, and when we do that with any group, whether it be Hasidic, whether it be modern Orthodox, or anything like that, if you ask
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Whipping up. This is
I wanna sit on my living room floor, play Nintendo and seasoning. Look up my phone, say cover like home, sex all night, last day in the morning. Spill my beans, smoke up my weed, tattoo on titties, say a B.I.G. You wanna hear my bliss squeeze, baby? You wanna get I said, this is all the word. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
saddled with tax burdens, which are 3.7 times higher than before.
You know, that's that. Now, I agree with the speaker before that came against here. Now that she was here, she said, you know, how about gives how we call it, like, you know, the layer and a fuzzy feeling.
That doing dramatic poses and looking at this historical photographs, and the account was struck with the anniversary. So
Nice.
notes to self.
Very nice. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You gotta keep your eyes on the ball. And like Halsey says, when people want, I said it's the second stage. The first stage for people that go, how's it feeling? Is it a good feeling? Everything is good and dandy. If you want to develop, that's what I'm saying. If you want to develop, and enjoy it a little bit, you want to go deeper, obviously, you cannot stay in one place. You have to move on place. Okay, so nothing against Chabad again.
If you're a small content creator,
fuzzy feeling, nice feeling where you're feeling, you know, Chabadnik's always smiling. Everything is good and fine and dandy. Tanya, etc.
Seen all I want to say, la 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 la. I mean, la 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 la.
nice intro into what I need to do now. And that's it. Okay, so you know how much time I spend on Chabad? I spent about 2.5 hours on this space and another 8 hours in 2004. My entire life, to be honest. That's it. Period. End of story. Because I have tons of things that I need to learn. Okay? I have, like I enumerated, like hundreds of thousands of books that I have to still go through. And, you know, whoever went through all the works of the Khatam Sofer, okay, solid. Okay, who went to all the works of, you know, the Shlach Kadosh? Just to read them on the portion will take you a whole year. So go ahead. So, what I'm saying is as follows. I know some people are hurt, they want to get to the truth, they want to bring it out, they want to dox people, they want to fight the rabbi, whoever he is, coming back from Kentucky, which is fine, but it's futile. It's a first step, intro into Judaism. Take it, say l'chaim, eat your pizza, and move on. Zero. Finished. End of story. Because there's a vast ocean out there, and you never heard me on this space. Again, it's all recorded, everything is fine. I'm never going to bash a Jew in my life. I'm just going to say, just move on. It's nice to have, as I said, before 3 hours. Labubu, nice, cute, like you said, glitter, fuzzy feeling, everything is great, kids are fantastic, Keitana, you know, Yiddishkeit, fit-in, whatever you want to put on it. Cherries on the top with sour cream, okay? But then, there's Judaism. Judaism is meat, bread and butter. You need to start eating, you need to start developing. And don't miss out on the party because the party is not started. That's what I'm saying.
I gotta run. Yes, Rabbi Ari and Michal, love you guys. What you do, you guys are friggin' awesome. And guys, if you really do want to advance your Torah study, come to Rabbi Ari's Wednesday Parsha space. It is seriously a gift to Klal Yisrael that he gives, and I have yet to find the person who left feeling worse than when they got there. So seriously, come take advantage of this man's knowledge. You won't regret. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you for your contribution. Thank you so much,
Alfie.
Michal, I have to go for about 15 minutes. I sent you a DM. Can you hold down the fort, or should I close the space? I know there are people.
No, I can hold down the fort.
Yes, I want to thank you, and Michal, I want to thank you. I gotta really run because I have Ma'ariv now. I have a prayer, the evening prayer.
Okay.
Maybe if it's still open, I'll come later, but I have to go until 8:15. It's now 7:44 in Israel. Okay? So I enjoyed it with everybody, and thanks to Fred and everybody. Again, I to illustrate the point that no Jew is against any Jew. We're just trying to clarify things, and everybody is A-okay with everybody, and let's keep the smile going. Come on.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you so much. Everybody, before he goes, follow him, please.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you giving us so much of your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
So
What a pleasure to listen in. Okay, go ahead and do that. And I can hold down the fort. Here.
Do you want another co-host before I go? I see Levy's back here.
Yeah, if you can, yeah, Levy can come over.
Okay. I invited him.
Okay, if you can. I hope.
You can. There's no pressure. I'll be back. I just have to take my dogs out really quickly. I was waiting because of the rain. It's kind of down now. So I'll be back. If someone's talking to me, I'm not here. So give me 15 or so minutes. Around 8 o'clock. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Oh, Levy, you can pick it up from here from scratch.
Well, here's the thing. I don't see exactly the mechanism that would
let me actually control anything. I didn't see that. I still.
Oh, she didn't make. Did you not get an invitation as co-host?
I guess I don't know. I don't appear to have. I'm happy to help out. I've never really done that before, but I'm happy to help out.
Oh, okay. You know what? You can just act like a co-host without. You can just call the shots. It's basically the same thing.
Okay.
Anyway, we can. You were just here when Rabbi Ori spoke, and Disa, I wanted to ask you quickly. I'm sorry. I just quickly want to know what Rabbi Greengrass or what's his Litzkit, if he wanted to come back. Okay, I guess he's gone. I mean, Disa's gone, and I tagged this rabbi that I unblocked, and he apparently doesn't want to come back. So I guess it's too much for him.
Well, one small point I'd like to make, I guess, in the meantime, is that none of this is brand new, so it's not like it's urgent. Another thing is that talking about it here isn't going to change their philosophy or their hashkafa, their worldview. So we're not going to change them. And as we saw with the few Chabad people that came in here, even discussing it for them is very triggering. So that is worth remembering as you go forward in the rest of your life, is that, when you interact with them in the real world, they will be generally very great people, very nice people, very knowledgeable people. But that doesn't mean that this needs to be a topic that you engage them with, because you may not be able to have a productive conversation. So it's worthwhile to treat them with all of the Havas Yisrael that they deserve and that you deserve, because by doing that yourself, you are going to elevate yourself.
No, they're great people. That's why it's a little bit hard also on this end, because I've never met a Chabad person that I didn't think was really a great person. They're great people.
Just to kind of be the bad guy here, the devil's advocate, are they so great when they're making rap songs, making fun of me?
Oh, no. Yeah, I didn't like that. That's what spurred off this whole thing. And you guys can see it in the purple pill. That's what got me a little bit nuts, and that's what got me bringing the topic up to Iska. That's what got us into deep discussion. That's what got us into speaking to Chabad people, and that's what got us here, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna I just kind of thought about this because I just saw that video not too long ago. That is Lashon Hara. That's 100% Lashon Hara. Even if it was a bunch of snags, a bunch of Lithuanian guys from Lithuania. Even if it was a bunch of Lithuanian guys from Lithuania, just man, get the rippy, it kind of reminds me of whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple of Lithuanian dudes that were out to get the remedy. It's how does that make it okay to publicly out that? We're just gonna out that. That's what the Jews did. The Jews did that. And we're gonna make every single.
This is 3 for 3.
Ashkenazi.
Oh, so his name is John. So you do know him. Okay.
I don't know him personally. Just
okay.
other internet.
Well, I'll tell you what. When you started talking about, what you did, immediately I thought about him. That's why I asked if you knew him. So I guess you do know each other.
I've seen him in live rooms. I don't think I really had a conversation with him directly yet.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow. Interesting. But I think what both of you guys actually say is interesting. But the reason I think it's interesting is because I see a lot of people these days, they're kind of I know a guy named Conservative Atheist, but I don't know if I heard rumors that he might have passed away, but that he used to espouse Christianity. He thought that the religion was great, it was very moral for society. All of these things, he's also conservative, like I said, and we just think he's Christian, but he's an atheist. And I start to see a lot of people like that. Sometimes I meet little kids, they identify as like Christian nationalists. Listening to them, they believe in the culture and the religion itself. When I listen very carefully, and look at it like a very cultural positive. They don't really look at it in terms of there's an actual God here that we actually relate with. We actually follow. I don't really hear it like that from
Do you love yourself more than you love me?
So I find it interesting. There's this sort of like view, a perspective of this thing called Christianity. And it seems to be appealing.
Bloomington, do not let Darren LaHood steal this election, and do not let the SB.
Interesting to me because I've been around these circles for almost 3 decades. But it seems like a little wave, a latest wave of perspective that did not really occur before. Kind of like when the new atheists came on the scene, and now they're a little bit more. A lot of these people are more into like classical philosophy or Aristotelian philosophy. They're starting to get more into that as well, and shedding their sort of like new atheist approaches. But anyway, yeah, that's what I hear. Really interesting when you. I'm surprised as an atheist is like not in a way that says, hey, you see the contradictions here, you see online, see how you were
make an attempt to respond I have played audience. I think it's the overall average. How they will behave. That leans towards God's, the good nature, with the best qualities of God's good nature. Right?
So, do you believe in the spiritual?
Well, I look at it from a cognitive psychology perspective. So a little bit kind of jargon, and I've been trying to.
You don't believe like in the spiritual of immaterial spiritual, right? You don't get that.
I think everything is material. It comes down to neurotransmitter reactions in your brain that allow you the capacity to think about thoughts, which are just hyper-interpolations of molecular interactions. So I think there's a physical representation of our thoughts. It's just that they're not dynamic. They're not intuitive to model
You're not like a substance fluidist.
That's a term I'm not super familiar with. How do you define substance fluid?
It's kind of like the mind is immaterial, and then you have the physical, which is like the brain and all of that.
I came up with a triality illustration duality or dual space relation. Where you have to think about the mind being the software that maps to the hardware, right, which is the actual brain and the anatomical surface. The actual anatomy, the operational mechanisms that happen. That would be like if you had a function x equals y, where you have some operations that allow that equivalency to happen when you map your inputs to your outputs, right? That's how I define triality relation. That, it's one thing to consider the software being aligned, and then the hardware to be the physical substrate wiring, and then you need something there that allows that to happen right now.
Have you ever heard of a guy named Donald by any chance?
Yeah. The reality is the face guy, but
Just a phone,
kind of makes this course saying that it's also an illusion, it's like a dream. Reality is illusions, so I think everything is informative, especially when it comes to chemistry, atoms.
Yeah, he talks about like the icon and the window screen or something. So it's kind of interesting way of. You have an interesting way of looking at reality too.
Yeah,
He has a book called "The Case Against Reality."
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. Sophistication, like being able to have metacognitive properties, which mostly is an attribute of mammals and some avian species, some species of birds as well, but mostly mammals exhibit metacognitive properties. And also, you have like squids and cephalopods. So we're still learning about like that whole range of like cognitive intelligence, capacities that allow you to manage around you. But consciousness basically is like this self-awareness. So metacognition is the base of it. But humans are a bit special because we can generationally pass knowledge in a way using these complex grammar systems, which took us about only recently in our evolutionary period, the last 10 to 12,000 years, of the origin of language, which I think, when it comes to talking about the creation story, and talking Visit John, I think the origin of language makes more sense than to say the universe had a beginning. You could say it from our roots in our history, the origin of language is society, you could say this is what the creation means.
I think that'd be a good discussion in the future, Kat. But you can close it out, Greg, and then I'm gonna have to close this room. So.
Jim was the stuff I was interested in. I looked into what motivates Penrose to suggest this kind of quantum mechanism for consciousness, or is that he feels that our reasoning capacities cannot be captured by any formal system, and he was an argument that this guy, John Lucas, to this effect, where he tried to use it, he's trying to use Gödel's completeness theorem to prove that our reasoning kind of transcends these formal systems, and he's right about that. Like, he is right. I think that is, like, he takes it in the wrong direction. Like, he's right that our reasoning powers can't be captured by the formal system. But he's wrong to suggest some kind of alternative mechanism to remain at the level of mechanism and trying to account for them. He has this kind of, it's because all these modern day thinkers that conceive of objectivity is constituted purely by mechanism. They're missing these, if you have mechanism, you immediately have chemism and teleology. There's no way around it. Thinking is teleological, it's not just mechanistic. So he's wrong to suggest that, he's wrong to look for the answer in some other mechanism. Just to, I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, just to like, I think, teleology, I think it loses, like mechanisms necessarily, and, you know, talking about mechanisms are very
well, specifically referring to the metaphysical categories of objectivity that the system is around.
Sure.
So I'm going to close it out, guys, with a prayer. And, so I gotta get rid of just make it happen. But then I'm closing with a prayer. And I just want to make a quick prayer. Heavenly Father, I just thank you for another day of this ministry. Thank you for the people that came out. Thank you for allowing us to listen to each other and new things. And my prayer, sir, is that we learn about you. I just pray that you bless everyone here, that they may have a good day. And I just pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, guys. So thanks for coming out. And I think tomorrow, Friday, I'm just going to have another room tomorrow. And then I'm going to go out to the desert. I have a little vacation over the weekend. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. And you guys have a blessed day. Yes. Simple word, it's a three-letter word. Grow up. It's called communication theory and language theory, otherwise known as all communication is hypnosis. If you reject that concept, it's because you haven't thought about it for more than 15 seconds, and all you do is talk, and you never listen to suggestions. Have those types of debates so much. I was curious.
ריבונו של עולם.
Atât
Obviously, parallel to each other in military.
Hitler actually did.
Even if, listen, wait, even
Don't let me find me her Facebook too. I'm gonna be at her and her kids. Who the fuck gonna do something to me? Yeah, y'all, that's that pretty girl who Facebook.
Shut
Means that the highest peak of freedom consciousness remains locked to these two. In order to pass beyond, they must leap one last special hurdle. A small entrance to the peak must be found by each of us. In this state of ecstasy, a far-reaching alchemical transformation can take place. The person represented by the moon is a reflector of light, while the person represented by the sun has become a source of light, embodying the qualities of wisdom and spirituality. He or she is no longer just a mirror like the moon, which reflects the sun's light without being able to radiate light or warmth itself. He or she has found the ultimate source of inner light. He or she radiates divine wisdom and love upon the whole world, infusing it with the light of transformation. Something new and transformational is being ripened in all of humankind, just as fruit is ripened through a chemical process caused by the sun. On this account, too, the fool faces northwest toward a direction which, for Masonic and other occult reasons, has for millenniums been symbolic of the unknown and of the stages prior to the initiation of a creative process. The traveler's eager gaze is fixed rapturously on a distant height, beyond and above him. He is that which was and is and shall be, the deathless, fadeless, life principle subsisting eternally behind all modes of existence. His inner robe is dazzling white, representing the light of perfect wisdom. Dimly traced in the folds of the neck of this white garment are the Hebrew characters of the divine name IHVH, Jehovah. This name, according to Kabbalists, is represented by the three parts of the Hebrew character for the letter Aleph. The white undergarment is almost wholly concealed by the black coat of ignorance, lined with the red of passion, fire, and material force. This outer garment is embroidered with what seems to be a On this account, too, the fool faces northwest toward a direction which, for Masonic and other occult reasons, has for millenniums been symbolic of the unknown and of the stages prior to the initiation of a creative process. The traveler's eager gaze is fixed rapturously on a distant height, beyond and above him. He is that which was and is and shall be, the deathless, fadeless, life principles subsisting eternally behind all modes of existence. His inner robe is dazzling white, representing the light of fool, the fool, the fool, the fool. You are ready for a new beginning, perhaps even a quantum leap. Give in, dare to leap, even if fear holds you.